What's up YouTube, Danny Hype here with another Dragon Ball Super video. Today's video is the deck profile of the King Vegeta deck that I used in my previous video where I played against Zuhair and his U6 Kava. Now, huge shout out to my friend Luca. He's the one who actually brought me this deck to play it at our locals. I had a lot of fun with it, and that's why I kind of want to share it with you guys and share his build, because he's a pretty good deck builder and he always likes to build these random spicy things, and he brought this to me and yeah, I just really enjoyed it. So let's get straight into the deck. So this is the King Vegeta from the starter deck, which he's actually pretty good. His abilities are, on the front side, is you can only play Saiyan battle cards, which almost every card in this game is a Saiyan anyway, so it's actually not too bad. His front side abilities, you can take a life, so he's a self-awakener, look at top 5, and you can grab a red or green Saiyan, or the extra card that you need to awaken the King Vegeta Dynasty. Then when you awaken, he's a draw 1, untap 1, and then on his other side, you have 2 abilities. So you can activate main, both once per turn. You can either sack one of your red or green battle cards to draw a card, and then give your leader 5k in double strike, or you can do the other one where you can free play a 2-drop or less from your hand, negating its skills and drawing a card. So that's where the pressure comes in, where you can kind of almost spam out for free these 2-drops to kind of keep putting pressure onto your opponent. Which makes him, pretty good. But yeah, let's get more into the deck. So right now we have the extra cards that I use were, well, the negates I use for one is that all you got? That one is actually an insane negate. I love that. It's probably one of my favorite negates right now. Just minus 15 to 2 different things can really, put a halt on your opponent's aggression when they're trying to come at you. So I had it at 2. Maybe I think 2 is probably fine. I'd probably have more on the sideboard for matches where it's really relevant, but I do just like the 2. Then you have your after image. I believe actually in the video when I was playing the deck I had 4. The only reason I bumped it to 3 in this version was because I probably still would want it at 4, but I just added another one of these because I just love that card just for this video's sake. But 3 or 4 after images is perfectly fine, whatever you choose. Again, it is a great negate, one of the sparking ones. Then these 2 are like I would say almost like the glue of the deck, or there isn't too many 20k things that are like super, like other Saiyans that are relevant that you could play. But these 2 being a vanilla already, so negating its skills when it comes out is irrelevant, and then negating the Khalifa skills, again, irrelevant. They're just 20k beaters. However, this Khalifa and Kale, they actually kind of work in tandem together, because when you free play this one, you get to play this one for free. So now you have both of those out, which they are both evolved targets, Union Patora targets for the 5-drop Khalifa. And this one is actually, it's a really powerful card where you pay the 3, comes out, it has deflect, dual attack, and then if you Union Patora it out, you draw a card, and then when you swing, you draw a card, and because it has dual attack, you get to swing again and draw 3 cards. So there's just a lot of value, especially because you get to play these 2 for free and then evolve for 3. It's a really powerful play, a really big hand advantage, and it's a really powerful, just this little combo there together. Then we have your Denial of Hope. Again, these are like the preemptive strikes of red, and these cards are just really nice. I thought it would be hard to have 2 energy up a lot of the times, but you'd be surprised how easy it actually is, especially when you're free playing so many things in this deck. So yeah, Denial of Hope is really good. 3 is probably fine. I don't know if I'd play 4. I don't think I'd want to play 2, but I do like it at 3. Then you got your super combo Saiyan 1. It's just a standard super combo. Now the King Vegeta, which is probably the most important card in the deck, because you actually need this for the awaken. I didn't mention it before, but to awaken you need to have at least 3 energy, and this has to be on board. So you do need to try to find this within the first 3 turns to play it. The ultimate turn, I would say, because you don't really need to play it on 2. You can if you want to, but playing it on 3 is actually not so bad, because let's say you play it on 3, you play the King Vegeta, summon one of these dudes, you summon one of those dudes, so you've just paid 2 energy, you played a dude, and you get to draw 2 cards. So this card does draw 2 at the end, so it replaces itself. Then, because you're at 3 energy, you can awaken, because this is on board as well. So you're at 1 energy, and then you awaken, you're up to 2 energy, so now, and then you can do whatever you want for the rest of the turn, but you save that 2 energy, so then when it's your opponent's turn, you have your 2 energy up for Denial of Hope, Vegeta the Cruel, or the Mach Speed Goku, which is, those are all very powerful counterplay cards to have up. And then after that, once you hit the 4 or 5 energies, it's really easy to have 2 up, because everything you're doing is playing is for free and stuff like that. So this thing is a really powerful card, and it's also a negate eventually. Like if you ever just need a negate, you can pay 1 to use it as a negate, and it's just really powerful. This one is just your energy. For the most part, you use it as energy because it doesn't, like, after the first dual color card is in your energy, after that these ones always come out in active mode, so having access to red and green dual color energies the whole game is really powerful. And then there are times where I did free play because I ran out of these guys to free play, so it's just another 15k beater. Or you can just play it in general because it just makes your opponent lose a card from his hand, so it's still a pretty good effect. Now this is the spice that he added in, which, you know, it actually came up in like 1 or 2 of the games I played with Zuhair, but you don't, I wouldn't say you super need it. So if you don't want to play this card, you can easily just kind of up numbers, like, you know, up the after image, or play some of these like cards I have in the sideboard here that I'll mention afterwards. But yeah, you can change this up if you don't want to, but it is pretty cool because the play that he showed me was, let's say on your opponent's turn, you do like that 3 energy. Let's say they play something and you Vegeta the Cruel or Mach Speed it, whatever is more relevant, right? So you counterplay for 2, do that, stop their turn, comes back to you. You have the King Vegeta, or you have the Vegeta out. Let's say you swing with Vegeta for 15. Then you can free play with your ability here, with your leader ability, to play Mach Speed because he's only cost 2 in your hand because you have multicolored guys out here, right? So now he becomes, so you can free play him, his skills are negated, but he's a 15k, you swing with him, that's another 15k, then you can, for 1 energy, right, you can Union Patora both of these guys, draw 2 more cards, and then swing again. So for 1 energy, essentially, you got to draw 1, 2, 3 cards, and you got 3 attacks, and you spent 1 energy, right? So you see what I mean by having, it's easy to have that energy at the end of your turn. Because let's say you pay 1 energy and pass again, then you just have all of your energy up for more denials, more Vegetas, more Mach Speeds. These counter plays are very powerful. And then so after that you have, again, like your Vegeta the Cruel, Mach Speed. They're both great. I think they're probably, actually they're all, I think, it's weird because I thought the blue one was the worst, but there are some instances where that blue one is very powerful. And then, but they all have their spots. Like this one KOs a 4-drop and makes them warp a card. That's really powerful. This minuses 2 different things, 10 and a 5. That could be very useful. So they both have their useful spots. So they are easily one of the best. But then again, the Chomp is really good too, and whatever. We'll get into that another time. But yeah, the counterplay cards are very powerful. And again, it is very easy to have the 2. Then just for an overwhelm card, it is nice because you could just draw 2, warp 1, and sometimes you have some like dead cards in your hand, like if you have an extra one of these, or you have too many of these 10Ks in your hand, being able to, you know, draw 2 cards and warp 1 them out of your hand so that you kind of like replenish your, like fix your hand a bit, is very powerful. So this is a pretty good one. Especially a lot of times people don't think you have, like, if you ever do tap out, people just assume you can't play anything for free, and then you play this guy and it's like a 20k single strike, and sometimes that's usually good enough to win the game. Then again, like you saw the Kefla of why it's relevant in this deck, you know, being able to free play these 2 and then evolve for 3. It's a very powerful combo. Then there's this guy, I upped him to 3 because I just really enjoyed him. It reminds me of like a Shigesh Goku. They can never kind of just go all in with anything that's 4 or less, because if they do, you know, you just combo this, pay 1 energy, and then a rival, and then when you rival it, you gotta pop a guy. So it's really good to help control the board, right? So it's really hard for your opponent to even do anything. You know, they try to play something, denial. You either denial, you cruel, this. If none of those get through, and they try to swing and with a double strike, boom, this guy comes out and kills them, right? So there's just a lot of options, and especially because you're playing so many things for free again, you have so much energy to do all of these other things. And then last but not least, your secret rare. This one's pretty awesome because if they're ever at 2 life, you just win the game. It did come up in one of the matches with Zuhair, which is pretty sweet because, yeah, this deck can put on a lot of pressure with these guys, free playing them and all that stuff. And then eventually when they're at 2, you have 5 energy and you just win, right? You usually have 5 energy, you're trying to win the game anyways, 5, 6, and that's usually what you try to go for. These are just a quick sideboard things that I kind of maybe thought, actually this one was in the sideboard, but if you ever want, like I said, a 3rd one where it's relevant, it could help. This one again is just for like the double striker, because we can't play Champas and we can't play those Kais, so sometimes you just sometimes you may think you need a double striker for game, because really he's really your only double striker. So that is an option for you. And then this is the Radix. I always like my cantrips where it's like you play one, draw a card, and he's like, so he replaces himself and he's a 5k combo. So I really do like cards that replace themselves and get value out of them. So that's just another option you can play, especially if people are abusing Senzu Bean on the offensive, like the U6 Kabas and the Broly U6 and stuff like that. But yeah, so that is the deck. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you haven't already, check out the gameplay video that I played with Zuhair that I mentioned earlier. And yeah, if you guys want to see more of this kind of stuff, let me know in the comment section below. Let me know what deck you guys want me to see play next, and then get a deck profile for you guys. Honestly, there's so many options and so many cards for all the decks out there that you can build that I'm really excited to look into it. So yeah, just help me out, pick a deck, pick a matchup, I'll play it, I'll teach you guys, and I'll do whatever I can to help you guys improve your game and in the same time improve my own game. Thanks again, and I'll see you guys next time.